Do you ever feel stuck, kind of like you're not making enough progress? Maybe you fall into the I'm not enough category. I'm not attractive enough. I'm not thin enough. I'm not old enough. I'm not young enough. I'm not enough. And it's so easy to get caught up in all of the stuff out there of not being enough. And a lot of those issues we're not even aware of, meaning they're unconscious. But what happens is when we ignore them, they show up in different ways. And so you might be saying, well, so what can I do about it? How can I change it? Well, my friends, that's what we're diving into today. How to remove and replace money blocks. So stay tuned. So hi and welcome. I'm Annette Bau, host of the Millionaire Insider. For over 30 years, I have been advising and researching the top 1% and 2% of millionaires to learn what millionaires with amazing lives do differently. And now I'm providing you practical, easy to implement insights so that you can take your business, your life, and your money to the next level. As I like to say, to create a richer and more fulfilled life. Now, my friends, we're diving into a series on money blocks and money mindset. And today we're diving into releasing money blocks. So please stay tuned. Please click subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified of bonus episodes. If you haven't already, please share your biggest barrier below. I find that by identifying what it is, knowing what it is, and then obviously implementing what you're learning, but just knowing what it is, all of a sudden makes it more forefront to where you can do something about it. When it's kind of like in the background, it just stays there and causes you havoc and keeps you broke. But once you're aware of it and you do something about it, everything changes. So for today's show notes, go to millionaireseries.com/196. For all show notes, go to millionaireseries.com/WLI. So let's really quickly review what is a money block. Money blocks can be thoughts, visions, mindset, feelings, beliefs that get in the way of our achieving our desired goal. If you understand that a belief is basically a thought with an emotion, it makes it a lot easier to understand how they get so hardwired and what we need to do to replace them. As I shared in one of the previous episodes, success or money blocks oftentimes are really obvious, like money's dirty or people with money are dishonest. Those ones are easy to identify and work on. I liken money and success blocks to like a barrier in the road. If there was a boulder in the road, you would see it, you'd do something about it. A lot of our money blocks are like that. We can deal with it, we can figure out plan B. But some of them are like a nail in the road, meaning you don't know it's there, you drive over it, it causes havoc in your life. And one of the things I find is that some of the smaller blocks, some of the ones we're not even conscious of, are ones that can cause much bigger challenges. So what I encourage you to do as you go through this is really get clear on what yours are so that you can replace them with ones that are serving you. And so you can attract what you want in your life and you can achieve your goals, be it money, be it success, be it whatever you want. So this is a series, and so far we've gone over what are money blocks. You can go to millionaireseries.com/194 if you really want to understand them in more depth. What are the top money blocks? millionaireseries.com/195. Those are going to really help you think about ones that you might not even be aware of. Oh man, I do believe that. Oh yes, I heard that all the time growing up. It's amazing what happens when we start getting clear on that, we start paying attention. So let's dive into removing and replacing money blocks. So if you're really having challenges and you're not even sure what your money blocks are or how to identify them, I want to refer you to my book, The 7 Principles of Becoming a Millionaire for Life. This book is actually what got me looking at money blocks, looking at how to release beliefs, how to change them. And you can go to millionaireseries.com/7PB to access it. But at the end of chapter 1, there's a section called Releasing Mental Blocks and Core Beliefs. And that exercise is amazing for identifying what are your blocks. There's an entire guide on what to do to identify issues as well as what you can do to really get clear on ones that you're not even aware of. So again, millionaireseries.com/7PB. So all materials, forms, and intellectual property in this course are copywritten by themillionaireseries.com. The information we provide is not intended to replace any advisor or specialist or to provide any investment, financial, tax, retirement, or any planning or healthcare advice. All participants agree to hold millionaireseries.com and its affiliates harmless if results achieved or not achieved, and all international copyrights are reserved. So some of the results of having a money or success block include compulsive saving or spending, compulsive anything really, not investing, or maybe your entire focus is on investing, like you're obsessed with it, spending too much money, donating to too many causes, fear of running out of money, hoarding money or things, lack of inner peace, fear of the future, inability to sleep. It's really interesting, but when you have success or money blocks, you're going to have trouble sleeping. Fighting over money or any obsession over things that are out there. So examples of money blocks. Successful or money people aren't happy or honest or ethical. Money's dirty, evil, or not spiritual. Ooh, that's a bad one. I'm not good with math or numbers. That's one you hear a lot from women. Money doesn't grow on trees. Have you ever heard that as a child? Oh my gosh, I heard it all the time. And I even sometimes say it to my kids. I'm like, oh my gosh, damaging them. I could never afford that. Ooh, that's a bad one. Money won't bring me happiness, as if poverty will. That is one that oh my gosh. Money is a bonus to an amazing life. It's not designed to bring you happiness. We've got to work on the inside to be happy, right? But I hear that a lot. I'm not smart enough. Oh, really? I don't deserve whatever it may be. So what can you do? Let's dive in. Breathe. Deep abdominal breaths. In through the nose to the count of 8, hold it for 8, and release for 10. In for 8, hold for 8, release for 10. Get support. Find a mentor. Find an accountability partner. Now they have to hold you accountable. Hire a money coach or read a book. If you don't know what books to read, you can go to millionaireseries.com/SMMG. That's to access our money mindset guide. But in there, I share several of the best books you can access to really work on your money mindset and on money blocks. Affirm affirmations. I'm enough. I'm financially free. I deserve wealth. I accumulate wealth with ease. All of those are great. I am enough being probably the most important one. If you've not downloaded the guide that goes along with this series on money mindset, you can go to millionaireseries.com/SMMG. Again, millionaireseries.com/SMMG. Visualize it. Decide what you want. Create a visualization board or book where you can see what you want. As I share, I've used that for all my homes. My home in the mountains, I did it for 5 years. Every morning, every night, I'd look at that cabin, and I kid you not, it's scary how close it is. My condo overlooking the ocean, 10 years it took me, and I could see it perfectly. And when I walked into it, I knew it was right. And now I've been visualizing, I've been working on finding a home that has views, and I'm going to be basically living on a mountain. It's amazing. But you want to get into a quiet place where you won't be interrupted. Close your eyes and visualize it. Notice how you feel, sense, or anything else that comes up. Those are clues. As I shared with you, I've visualized so many things for the last 40 years. Amazing things, simple things, like just getting some quick cash to finding amazing homes. If you see it and believe it, it can become reality. But you've got to believe it. Like I truly knew. And even I got a little stuck with our lot because I kept seeing lots, looking at lots all over Phoenix area, and almost all of them have hikers behind them. And I didn't want somebody behind me. And I kept looking and I kept looking and I kept looking. And I'm like, I have to really believe I'm going to find it. And sure enough, within a couple of months of my deciding that, I found it. You got to forgive. Forgiveness is so critical. The first person to forgive is ourselves for all the mistakes we've made and letting it go. The second is anyone who's wronged us. Practice the Ho'oponopono prayer. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I love that, that's so powerful. Reprogram your mind. Affirm what you want. Apply repetition, repeating it. I am enough, I am enough, I am enough. Visualize it, see it happening, meditate. Slow down that mind. Some other powerful techniques are tapping, EMDR, NLP. Now, what I want to share with you is tapping, the goal is to tap into your energy so you can use and exchange it in the interaction with others. Success and money blocks inhibit the flow of energy, and that prevents you from achieving your goal. Experts believe that tapping is a way that can release stress, anxiety, all the things below the grid, raise our energy, give us more confidence, self-esteem, and the result is our energy will raise and we'll attract more of what we want. Now, I'm not an expert at tapping, but I have done it a few different times and I found it very effective, amazingly. EMDR, I have done that and it's amazing. I did it on some issues from childhood. One of my good friends who's a counselor had done it and she's like, it's amazing. And I'm like, I think I'm going to try that. It was amazing, like literally. It was fascinating. Now, I do manifest pretty quickly. In fact, the woman that did it said, I've never had anyone go through one session and just be like, it's gone. It was just bizarre. But it really taps into a part of your brain that rewires it. It's fascinating. The mindset and inner game work is what allows us to create the outer game results we desire. Like most things in life, overcoming our limiting beliefs is going to take us some time. It's a process, and one that can show up in a variety of ways. Once you know what your blocks are, you can consistently work to remove them and replace them. But it's going to take time. Undoing money blocks that have been ingrained in us, formed into neural pathways for years, it's going to take time. We've got to reprogram our limbic brain. We've got to get new beliefs, new habits. But anything worth having takes some time, and it's a process. It's going to show up, but what you'll find is it shows up less, and you can kind of look at it and go, oh, that's interesting that that's popping up right now. But once you know what the money blocks are, it's so much easier to replace them and really to move on with your life so you can achieve what you want. Some other things, hang out with like-minded people that are successful. You know, it's so important who we associate with, what their beliefs are, what they're going to do or not do. Get enough sleep. You want between 7 and 8.5 hours of uninterrupted sleep a night. 60 to 90 minutes before you go to sleep, no electronics, so you can get a good night's sleep. So important. The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. We become what we think about. Think about that for a minute. The more you focus on what you don't want, the more you're going to get it. So what you want to do is you want to identify what's blocking you, and then you want to start focusing on what you want. All right, I'm broke. What do you want? I want to earn $100,000 a year. All right, I earn $100,000 in the year, state the year, with ease. I am an amazing mother. I am a good wife. Whatever you want to be, that's what I want you to get clear on. You deserve the wealth, the success, the fulfillment you want. And by simply creating a foundation will allow you to get it. And focusing on what you want is amazing, as so many experts have shared. So as I mentioned to you, if you have issues on releasing and removing core beliefs and you're really not even sure what they all are, you can access my book, The 7 Principles of Becoming a Millionaire for Life, millionaireseries.com/7PB. That book is really going to guide you through what you need to do. At the end of chapter 1, I guide you through an entire process to release mental blocks and core beliefs and to even identify the ones that are affecting you that you're not aware of. Amazing. That book was literally 10 years of research and another 10 years before I had the courage to publish it. And during all that time, I was doing research. Amazing. For today's show notes, go to millionaireseries.com/196. For all show notes, go to millionaireseries.com/WLI. So there you have it. Thank you so much for joining me for removing and replacing money blocks. Now, my friends, I encourage you to go back, watch this again, and just start noticing, where do you have blocks? If you access my book, millionaireseries.com/7PB, The 7 Principles of Becoming a Millionaire for Life, what I recommend you do is just read it through, number 1. And then number 2, start going through and doing the exercises. The exercise at the end of chapter 1, releasing mental blocks and core beliefs, is going to help you so much when it comes to identifying blocks if you're not aware of them. Because see, there's some of them we're easily aware of and other ones we're not. And so what you got to do is tap into that limbic brain, and that'll guide you through it. But what I really encourage you to do is to go back and start reviewing some of these and identify which ones are challenges, and then start going through some of the exercises that I gave you to really release them. You'll be so glad you did. I'm Annette Bau, host of the Millionaire Insider. All international copyrights are reserved. I'll look so forward to seeing you on the next episode where we're diving into manifesting. What a great topic. Bye for now.